Dear Secretary of State,
in 2022, the Acting Your Age campaign launched the Parity Pledge, calling for equal representation of women in line with men over the age of 45 in the UK entertainment industry, and we called this 50-50 from 45.
We're asking all broadcasters to support us in this pledge, and we're calling on you as Culture Secretary to support us in this pledge and to support us by working to secure an amendment to existing legislation by ensuring that age is made a mandatory requirement in all diversity monitoring by broadcasters on and off screens.
Monitoring is vital in respect of diversity. Without monitoring, we can't measure. And without measuring, we can't challenge when the lack of representation of women over 45 is happening. Without challenging, there will be no change.
From news to current affairs, comedies to documentaries, women over the age of 45 remain unrepresented, a fact detailed repeatedly by the industry regulator, Ofcom.
Much is spoken of 50-50 representation between men and women on screen, and indeed up until the age of 45, this is mostly the case. However, over the age of 45, this parity falls sharply away for women.
in 2021, the Acting Your Age campaign analysed the data from the previous 21 years of BAFTA TV Awards leading actor and actress category. We looked at the average age of nominees in this category over this time frame and found a shocking result.
The average age of a female nominee in a leading actress category has fallen from an average age of 52 to 32. In a male leading category, the average age has fallen from 48 to 45. This means that male actors over 45 are still able to play within their age range. Female actresses are not.
Every woman deserves equal representation in our creative industries throughout her career. And audiences deserve to see all lives represented on screen, including the lives of older women. We're daughters, mothers, grandmothers, sisters, aunts, and kinship carers. We suffer from the same oppressions as young women do. But our voices aren't heard, and our stories rarely told.
Writers need an industry which is open and welcoming to a range of stories, centering on women as well as men of all ages. And they should be given the confidence that their work, these stories, these female leads, won't be aged down by 20 years or see their work not commissioned at all.
We're also weary and fed up with stereotypical older female embittered characters. Is this really what we want to show our audiences? Is this really what we want to show older women and indeed younger audiences? Older women are so much more than that, and our culture needs to reflect that truth.
In one Acting Your Age campaign survey, we found that only 9% of people can identify more than 20 leading middle-aged female actors, compared to 49% of people being able to identify more than 20 leading middle-aged male actors. And when it comes to winning leading male and female actor awards in middle age, which generate further opportunities and name recognition, men outnumber women at a rate of 4 to 1.
No female drama student embarking on her training at 19 should face a future career that's only going to span 25 years. By contrast, her male counterpart can see men on our UK screens who are role models well into middle age and beyond, into their 60s, 70s and 80s. Men who are still working and still playing leading and interesting roles, which in the main drive the narrative and tell the stories of their lives.
This isn't the case for the tiny number of actresses still working in their 80s, and there are far fewer leading in their 70s and 60s. Actresses who've been awarded for their work are now reduced to cameos, or they're not working at all.
It's worth noting too that student loans don't factor in the lack of age parity in its repayment schemes. So why should the entertainment industry keep embracing it? A young female drama student embarking on her training today needs to look forward to a career at least as long as her male student peers.
On screen in the UK, from presenting to drama, music to dance, newsreading to comedy, men have a whole life. and women, just a shelf life. Even when well-loved and well-known women die, often in old age after many years of work, the media obituary photo is usually of them in their 20s, as though that were the only decade in which they mattered.
Secretary of State, please help us to break this final sexist industry taboo for all women and girls with a creative dream, and for the men and boys who love them. With best wishes, Nikki Clark.
David Threlfall.
B.T. Edney.
John Sim.
Julie Barclay.
Nimmy March.
Martin Clunes.
Ruthie Henschel.
Adrian Dunbar.
Claire Story.
Charlie Borman.
Laura Aikman.
Rachel Sterling.
David Westhead.
Leonie Mellinger.
Mr. Charkham.
Joseph Milson.
Siobhan Finneran.
Ahmed Jalili.
Anna Smith.
Eleanor Mills.
Abigail Cruttenden.
Sandra Yee Simpson-Diver.
Reiki Iola.
Julie Graham.
Dawn Hope.
Kate McGowan.
Hermione Norris.
Tracy Ann Oberman.
Sarah Parrish.
Amanda Redman.
Indira Varma.
Siobhan Redmond.
Georgia Tennant.
Beth Goddard.
Juliet Stevenson.
Harriet Walter.